Hi students, how are you? I hope each one among you are doing great and well. Welcome to Supnits classes. This is Rahmat Latif and today we are going to learn the living world another part, okay? So in this video we will discuss about binomial nomenclature, okay? In this video we are going to deal with binomial nomenclature, okay? I already told you binomial nomenclature means when we, give scientific or biologic names to known organisms, okay, so that we won't get confused after talking about any of the organism. Say, for example, we are talking about mango. So, mango's scientific name is Mangifera indica. As I already mentioned in our previous video, it's Mangifera indica, okay? Biological or scientific name of mango is Mangifera indica. Now in this video, we will learn what are the rules of writing binomial nomenclature or biological names, okay? First rule is, as I already mentioned, that the first name of biological name is the first component of biological name is generic, okay? Generic name. Name of genus. Sorry, it's generic. Generic name. And indica simply means specific epithet. That means we are talking about species, okay? Here we are talking about genus, and here we are talking about what species means, okay? Now, please see what are the rules of writing biological names. What are the rules of nomenclature? First rule is that biological names are generally in Latin. It's a language, Latin, dead language, okay? So, biological names are basically in Latin and they are written in italics, okay? They are written in italics. Say, for example, I'm writing the name of biological name on my PC. I will give the font of italics to the name, okay? Not whole text, but I am particularly talking about name, biological name. And if they aren't Latin, if they are not of Latin language, we will Latinize these names, those names, okay? Which we will give to our organisms, okay? And this was the first point. First point is that biological names are generally in Latin. But what if they aren't Latin? We will Latinize those names and we will write those names in italics. Okay. We will say, for example, we are writing on PC, so the font would be italics and none another than italics. The second point is that this was first point. Second point is that first component of biological name is genus, generic name, okay? And second one is specific epithet, species. Like we can't do it vice versa. We can't put species in front of as prefix and then generic name or genus as suffix. We don't have to do that, okay? I hope this concept is clear. You know, say for example that we aren't on PC, we are not writing these names, biological names on PC. What will we do then? We have to simply underline the name like this. We have to underline the name separately like this and like this, okay? I hope this concept is clear. Both words of biological name, when we write them through our hands, we will underline them separately, not like this, not like this. We have to underline them separately. Genus name would be separately lined and species would be separately lined, okay? This was when we write the names on notebook, handwritten, okay? And when we will print out the names, we will print out those names in italics. Okay, the font should be italics. As I already mentioned, that first word is genus, this is genus, and this one is specific epithet or species. Okay, here you will see, sorry, like this and this. What we have to do, we have to write first letter of genus as capital. Always mangifera would be written like this, first letter capital, not like this, not like this. Please remember, it's not like this. The proper way is this. And when we write down the specific epithet, we will keep first letter small. We will write first letter in small. Okay, please remember, not like this, not capital I. We won't capitalize this, but we will capitalize the first letter of genus. Please remember, okay? I hope this concept is also clear. Okay, it's given example Mangifera indica. Here we have first letter of genus is capital and first letter of species is small. Please remember, okay? I hope this concept is crystal clear. Now, talking about the author, okay, who just gave the name of the organism. We will write the name of the author at the end of the biological name, but not in full form. We will write the name in abbreviated form. As I already mentioned, that Mangifera indica name was given by Carolus Linnaeus. Mangifera name was Mangifera indica was given by Carolus Linnaeus. Along with author, we will write it like this: Mangifera indica Lin. Okay, not Carolus Linnaeus. We will write we will write name of author in abbreviated form. Name of author should be in abbreviated form. Please remember, name of author should be in abbreviated form. I hope this concept is clear. Okay. I'll again revise these rules of binomial nomenclature. What you have to do, biological names are generally in Latin, okay? But they are written in italics font. What if they are not in Latin? We will Latinize those names. Thus, we will provide the name to the whole globe, okay? Until and unless we won't, discover the name. First of all, we have to Latinize the biological name. Second point is that first word in biological name represents genus. First word in we have in biological name we have two words. Okay, first one is genus and another one is specific epithet, that of species. Okay, the first word is genus and another one is specific epithet. So whenever we will write biological name, we will have two words. First word will denote genus and another one will denote species. Okay, when we okay, I was talking about italics font. We have to give italics, but what if we will write the name through our hand? What will we do? We will just underline the name separately. Like we have to underline the genus separately and then species separately. Okay, not all together. Or what if we have to print out the name? We will print that name in italics in order to indicate the Latin origin. As I already mentioned, biological names are generally in Latin. Okay, they are generally in Latin. What if they aren't Latin? We will Latinize them. Okay, another another rule is that biological name have two components, as I already said, or two words, genus and species. First word that denotes genus will start with a capital letter, please remember, and the species specific epithet will start with small letter. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. And what if we have to write the name of the author, that will appear after the specific epithet that is at the end of biological name. Okay, and that is written in an abbreviated form. We don't have to write that like whole Mangifera indica Carolus linnaeus. No, we will write Mangifera indica lin. Okay, I already show you how we will write that like this, Mangifera indica lin. Okay, lin simply describes, it simply indicates that the species was first described by Carolus Linnaeus. Now we have another topic, that is classification. Okay, what basically classification means? Classification is that process in which grouping is done. We will do grouping of organisms into convenient categories based on simple observable characters. Say for example, you will see any person with one nose, two eyes, one mouth, two ears. You will simply categorize that under human beings. Similarly, you will see an animal with four legs. Okay, that might be tiger, that might be dog, that might be cat, that might be elephant, that might be giraffe. It depends. Now you have to further observe that animal in order to indicate what kind of animal it is. That is known as classification. Okay, when we classify or we will do grouping in some convenient categories based on some observable characteristics. Say for example, somebody went to the chemist shop. What will he do? He is asking for cough syrup. Okay, what does chemist do? He simply went to the one of the shelf of the his almirah, and he just get us the that cough syrup. What makes him to do this work so fastly, so quickly? Because he already did grouping. For example, antibiotics in one shelf. In another row, he put cough syrups. In another row, he put medicine of diabetic patients. In another row, he put medications of hypertension patient. So on and so forth. That's why it becomes very easy for him to find out the medicine so quickly. Okay. What if he had put all the medicines hosh poshly? It won't help him. Rather than, it will increase his work. He has to find from one corner, another shelf, so on and so forth. That's why he do grouping. Similarly we do in during biological naming. Okay, what we do, basically we do classification. We just classify animals on the basis of categories. Okay, those categories which are easily observable. We won't go internal characteristics, physiology. We will just go to the categories which are easily observable. Okay, I hope this concept of classification is early I hope this concept of classification is clear. Now moving to another topic, that is, hold on. Okay. Now we will see taxa. What taxa means? Taxa indicate basically categories at different levels. Say for example, we have plants. Plants are categories. Okay. Plants. These are categories. They indicate categories. So we can say that they are taxa. Okay, they are taxa. Similarly, talking about animals, okay, be that cat, dog, or mammals, or in general animals, they also represent taxa. Taxa simply means we are indicating category at different levels. Plant is totally different from animals, okay? Mammal is totally different from plants. Similarly, dogs are different from plants, but we are just categorizing them at different levels. That's known as taxa, okay? We can say that animals, mammals, no doubt dogs do come under mammals, but they are representing taxa at different level. Talking about animals, they represent taxa at different level. Talking about dogs, they also represent taxa at different levels. Talking about mammals, they also represent taxa at different levels. Okay, so if we will talk about characteristics, each and every organism can be classified into different taxa. We can put a particular plant in one taxa, another plant in another taxa, animals in another taxa, mammals in another taxa, in mammals, dogs in another taxa, in cats in another taxa, human beings in different taxa, so on and so forth. Okay, so based on characteristics, again we just see the characteristics, we just observe the characteristics through which we are able to determine the taxa, we are able to classify organisms in different taxa. This process is known as taxonomy. Taxonomy is nothing. Taxonomy simply means that classification in which we include taxa. Okay, now we have modern taxonomic studies. We have modern taxonomic studies. Modern taxonomic studies. What we do in modern taxonomic studies, we involve each and every type of classification, like external structure, how is external structure, how does internal structure affects, or how is the structure of cell, what is the developmental process, what is the ecological information of organisms. All these represent taxonomic modern taxonomic studies. Modern taxonomic studies include, what it includes basically, it includes external and internal, okay, cell structure, ecological functions, okay, cell structure, developmental process. It includes all this, but it comes under modern taxonomic studies. Talking about earlier taxonomic studies, what happens that time, we just observe characteristics, external characteristics, and then we were able to describe what kind of taxa, what kind of what this organism will come under which kind of taxa. I hope this concept is clear. So we can say that in taxonomy, we have characterization, we have to characterize the organisms, we have to see all the characteristics, then we have to identify what kind of organism is it, whether is it mammal or it comes under plants or it comes under animals, okay. Then we have to classify the organisms, as I already mentioned. What classification is? Classification simply means grouping. And then finally we have to give naming, we have to name the organism, nomenclature is done. These are the basics of taxonomy, okay. Talking about systematics, what does systematic mean? Systematic is basically derived from Latin word systema, okay, which means systematic arrangement of organism. As I already told you, if we will went to chemist shop, what we will see that chemist has, very well, he has already done that classification. Whenever we ask for any kind of medicine, it just take him 1 or 2 minutes to find out the medicine. How is that possible in the chemist shop? Chemist shop is full of medicines, but he is able to find out the medicine in just 1 or 2 minutes. How is that possible? That is because of systematics, when he has done systematic arrangement, okay, very well. That is systematics, okay. uh, Linnaeus has used Systema Naturae, Nature, as the title of his publication, which he has already done, earlier done. Okay, and it includes identification, nomenclature, classification. Systematics include identification, nomenclature, and classification. Systematics also include evolutionary relationship, phylogenetic. Okay, depends on evolution. How does evolution took place and all that, okay? Please remember, this is very important point. You might get an MCQ. Which of the following does include evolutionary relationship? It's nothing but systematics. Sorry, systematics include evolutionary. Okay, sorry, evolutionary relationship. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. Whatever I taught you in this session, be that binomial nomenclature, be it systematics, be it classification, be it identification, be it taxonomy. We'll meet you in another such amazing session. Till then, goodbye. Take care. Thank you. Thank you.